Jump right in. I'm so happy to have a great guy here. We're going to be talking with Blake. But I guess the big announcement that made the news, and Jack was just talking about it on the news, is that the Ocean Explorer spotted the first whale sighting of the season yesterday, 2 miles north of Molokini, heading towards Ma'alai Harbor. They're trying to make it easy for you, huh?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, it should be an exciting season for us. So,
Aaron Bennett saw the whale. This is the first whale seen of the season, and at least 12,000 humpback whales are believed to migrate to Hawaii each year, with their rate increasing 7% each year. Over the years, I had many opportunities to talk to the one and only Greg Kaufman, who has now left us. Let me give a little background. You've got an interesting story, Blake. Blake Moore came here with his mom to Maui, and she was recruited as a special education teacher.
that's right.
And as a biology student, you applied and was hired for a summer position. How many years ago was that?
That was 2001. I actually started in reservations, so I was taking just reservations over the phone.
Hundreds of calls.
Yeah, 2005, I came back out working as a biologist with the foundation, which we still do today. All of our staff on board who are naturalists are hired as marine biologists or biologists to help educate the general public about what we're doing on the water and what they can do to help us on the water.
And now you manage more than 100 vessel staff. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it takes an army. There's a lot of folks there, behind the scenes. Morgan, Chris, are also helping with that. But yeah, our department's half the organization, and that's a big part of the drive that Greg started the organization for. That is to educate the general public from a scientific perspective. That's what our department does, the vessel staff department. The cruises, they are designed specifically to get out there and to help people understand the ecosystem that we're on and how they can help protect it. So it really is designed to be the people's whale organization, and we want people to get involved. And that's why we have so many of our outreach stations and just ways to get involved with the organization other than going on an eco tour with us.
Well, and because we're just in the throes of remembering, hey, the first whale's here, whale season's upon us, you do an official welcome home the whales November 11th.
Yeah, November the 10th at 2:30.
Oh, it's the 10th. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 10th at 2:30. That'll be out of Lahaina Harbor. And, that's just kind of a ceremonial whale watch that we do. Obviously, we saw our first whales yesterday, and these have been spotted throughout Maui County from the shorelines. And, but our first whale was yesterday, so you'll start seeing a build-up to whale season, which for us will kick off in November the 10th, the official start. So we'll have whale watches out there. A lot of people are surprised by the time of year. They think, oh, man, November the 9th, October the 9th, that's really early for whales. It's not at all.
It's not. No, there's always early ones that are coming.
It's
we
about
were
the time.
talking about how that happened before the show, and it was interesting because you were saying, of course, the mothers who are in Alaska who are pregnant wait, and they actually come down later, but the mothers that have the babies that were actually conceived and born here on Maui are the first ones to come down, which I wasn't aware of, because then at that point you said they were weaning. Their babies are about a year old, and they're ready to wean their babies.
That's right. Yeah, it's a trickle-in, trickle-out migration, so it might seem like happenstance. The whales just make their way down, but there's actually a science behind it. And, so the moms that are pregnant currently need the food and the energy that they're going to need to sustain that calf when it's born here in Maui or in Hawaii. So they're going to hang out around that food as long as possible and then make their way down to Maui or the Hawaiian Islands later. So you'll start seeing those later in the season. Right now, we're going to start seeing our juveniles and the mothers who are down here to wean those calves are some of the first ones that are going to arrive down here. So, the small whales that you see out there this time of year, they were probably more than likely born here in Hawaii last year, and the mom was just making their way back down. They have about a year that that calf is going to stay with the mom. It's typically till they're about double the size when they're born, so about 30 feet in length or so. They're going to wean that calf, and it happens right here in Hawaii. So
and
that's
then
why
the guys are off on the babies. The yearlings are off on their own, and they form their own groups. And mom goes out and does her thing again, right?
Does her thing again, yeah.
Now, what do whales eat much here? Or are they doing all their eating up in Alaska? I mean, how do they survive with food here?
Yeah, they're not eating much down here. There's just not really an opportunity for them. So our waters are very clean and clear here in Hawaii. The clarity of our water would indicate that there's not a lot of nutrients in the water for those whales. So for their food source, the
krill and
things
like
the
that?
krill, the zooplankton, those really small organisms aren't here in Hawaii to sustain. Whales eat really small animals. They're huge animals, but
Yeah,
they
take
eat
a lot of little.
Take a lot of little stuff, and
little
it's just not here in Hawaii. So they're
Interesting.
basically seasonally fasting, if you want to use that
Wow,
term.
that's a long fast.
And they will lose a good percentage of their body weight when they're here in Hawaii. So you'll start, seeing their backbone, if you will. They're going to lose a lot of weight. They'll come really big, and then they're going to lose that weight and go home skinny and
that's
back
amazing.
up toward Alaska.
Amazing. Well, I also a big congratulations, because I know there's a huge grant that was worked very hard on to try to help to educate school kids and classes about, because sometimes when the kids get educated, the teachers do too, which
That's
is really
right.
important, right? And then we know the kids go home and educate their parents, right?
That's
And
right.
it spreads. But it's to educate about how eco-friendly tourism works, about eco-friendly products that you have, and about how we can all become aware of how we can become more eco-conscious, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, the grant that you're referring to was provided by the County of Maui Environmental Protection and Sustainability Division. We're thankful for them for allowing us the opportunity to partner with them for the Plastic Pollution Solutions Program. So, teachers, parents, this is something to get excited about. All middle school, high school students in Maui County, not just here on the island of Maui, but Lanai and Molokai. Basically what it is the program includes a screening of a 22-minute film that's called A Plastic Ocean, and we have built curriculum and activities that are appropriate for these ages and the various subject areas that the teachers would need. They're all tied in to the federal standard, so it makes it really easy and on point for the teachers there. And really the goal of this is to familiarize the students with the environmental issues of the plastics in the ocean, but also introduce them to solutions. We're always providing, this is a problem. This is something that's really, a big issue for us.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
The
giving
situation with
kids
plastic.
giving kids the opportunity to see solutions to that and then get involved in that is a way to do that. So if you're a teacher out there teaching middle school, high school students, you can email us at education@pacificwhale.org. We have curriculum built for you. We'll come to your school. We have something, for the large groups where we're screening the movie itself. It's a 22-minute movie. We can also do a smaller group experience with a classroom presentation, a customized workshop, or we can just leave the curriculum with you if you're an educator and let you walk the kids through it at your pace. So it's a really important grant program, and we're excited. Robin Ehrlich is our education director, so she'll be the person to get in touch with. It's really easy, education@pacificwhale.org to get involved.
Education@pacificwhale.org. And that it is such an important subject, and I've been seeing a lot of entrepreneurial people and young people trying to do their best to solve this problem. And what a terrible inheritance that we've left is the fact that there's plastic particles throughout the entire ocean. And of course, there's that huge island of plastic. But now there are people out there trying to actually, attack this problem and try to start removing it. And I know I talked with John Clark, who runs the school,
Right,
the
the
store.
stores, right.
And he says that you've got lots of amazing product now, including some that are backpacks made from plastic bottles right there for sale. And so there's a lot of amazing things that some of the young people who are seeing this problem are coming up with to try to solve the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't see the problem with plastic, but it really doesn't ever break down into elements, if you will. It only breaks apart up into smaller pieces, and about 1 million plastic water bottles are bought and used globally every minute. Every minute, 1 million. So, we're on a small island. So we started asking ourselves at the foundation, what do we do? We're taking 300,000 people out on the water every year.
Wow,
so
300,000
300,000. So how do we
Oh.
reduce our footprint on the ocean while we're trying to educate? So we're actually the first company on the ocean in the state of Hawaii to be using tree-free cups. Those are going to be coming online on some of our boats. They're already out there. We're waiting on more shipments. These are from the Big Island and Sustainable Island
Really?
Products. It's a brand new product. We actually have been waiting for months for them to finish developing the product. So we tested it on our vessels to make sure it was good for hot and cold cups. It has a bio lining, which is actually going to break down in our landfill. So a lot of your paper cups even have a plastic lining on the inside to make sure it doesn't sweat or weep through. We found a product that doesn't do that. So we're excited to introduce this to the industry, get it out there and reduce our footprint. We've been using biocompostable cups for years. The problem with biocompostable cups and containers, and it's we don't have a commercial composting facility on the island. And I would encourage people to talk to your elected officials. Let's get that going. It's an important thing here on the island, but until that happens, we've got to start moving away from these biocompostable products into something that's really tree-free and not just going to go into the landfill and look like we're being green. It's a really important part of our organization is to walk the walk.
Absolutely. And, on top of that, which is really important, is these I was really impressed that John Clark has these straws that are made from bamboo.
Yeah, bamboo. We've got stainless steel straws, some really cool stuff that's going on.
These
have the
great
Reef Safe
gifts for the
sunscreens.
holidays. You have little containers that hold the straws that people can get. And it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly encourage you to go shop at our ocean stores. A lot of eco-friendly products there. Anything from a really inexpensive bamboo straw all the way up to oil barrels that have been recycled and turned into chairs and coolers.
Really?
You've got to go in and check out some of the new products. John has done an excellent job in our store.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
those.
It looks like a little VW bug. So I think they're in both stores, both Lahaina locations on Front Street, just beside the Paia Fish Market there, and also in Ma'alaya at our Big Ocean store there. So we encourage you to stop by, check out some of the new products. There's a lot of amazing things. The reusable water bottles are in there as well. So definitely stop by, check out what John's been doing in the store. It's a complete change. If you were in there 2 years ago, it's a very different spot for us now. We've really started focusing on some of these green products that we want to introduce to the markets and want people to get on board with. So go check us out, including those new Reef Safe sunscreens, which are so important.
Well, now that we're really getting seriously close to whale season, you've been doing this a long time because you did reservations and everything. When's the best time to go on a whale watch?
Gosh, the best time. That's actually the most common question that I used to get on the
phones. That's why I asked you, because I figured you got asked that a lot.
Yeah, it's still the most popular question. And the honest truth is, there's not a better time, and I think most people think the mornings, and the reason for that is because it's really calm. It is calmer on the ocean in the mornings, so it's easier sometimes before the wind picks up to see that exhalation or the blow sit on the surface. It'll stay there longer, so it is sometimes a little easier to spot them. But for trained professionals like those that we have on board our vessels, they're going to find whales. As a matter of fact, sometimes the windy areas are really some of the most popular. So just get on a whale watch. We've got brand new whale watches.
When you say some of the windy areas are the most popular, what do you mean? The whales like to go in the windy areas?
So totally anecdotal, and I don't want to put any, Jens and Stephanie are going to kill me if I try to... But anecdotally, when it's windy and a little bit rough out there, we see a lot of whale activity on those days as well. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people like to think that, whales like it calm like we do.
I thought they did, yeah.
I think the whales are underwater most times, but, and maybe it's windy and you see the surface activity more because it's so windy you can't see the logging behavior that takes place. But it's a great spot on Earth to go watch whales. If you live here in Maui County and you haven't been on one, don't forget, here in Maui County, Pacific Whale Foundation, we're the Kama'aina company. Yeah. 40% off of our cruises. Call us direct. We want people to get on the water as supporting our parent organization, the nonprofit Pacific Whale Foundation. We are out there to get people out and to educate them. So we encourage you guys to join us. We have a lot of amazing cruises. Our award-winning, the original whale watch and award-winning, here in Maui is our whale watches, of course, but we have snorkel trips, we have dolphin watches, we have sunset cruises, and a brand new, Marty Dredd's coming back with us October the 19th.
I love Marty. We actually started that. Marty would do a show here, and I got Marty when he was working with us. I said, Marty, you got a good... So I introduced him to that, and he hasn't stopped. He's one of the best.
He is
And
amazing.
The whales love him.
The whales do love him. We love him.
Yeah.
So we encourage you guys to get out.
When's Marty coming back?
October the 19th, I believe, is his first day back. And then you're going to see him on Friday nights and Saturday nights throughout peak season. So,
and you know what's coming up? Halloween.
Halloween is coming up. So, we'll also be running cruises from Ma'alai if you don't want to sit in that traffic.
Yep.
goodness gracious, the traffic, to Lahaina, come get on a boat with us. We'll take you up, drop you off on Front Street,
and bring you back. You don't need to worry about the people that are out there drinking and all that stuff, right? Because
Absolutely.
So it's a lot safer if you're on a whale watch,
Absolutely. And we've actually developed
a special cruise, and it goes right into Lahaina Harbor.
We'll drop right off in the harbor.
And then when do you go back?
It's a couple hours later, so we'll give you a ticket to get back on the boat. We'll pick you up and take you back, or you can stay there in Lahaina.
There's going to be people in costumes on that boat.
Oh, including our crew. Yeah, we're going to make our crew dress up, of course.
It's going to be one fun cruise, right?
It's going to be a lot of fun, yeah. So we definitely encourage you guys, get out with us. I mean, it's one of the more popular holiday cruises, if you will, for us. People really enjoy dressing up, and we play some fun Halloween music on the way. Our crew are dressed up. It's a lot of fun. If you're open on Saturday nights and you're looking for a new place to take your date, we have a brand new, beautiful celestial sunset cruise.
Oh, do you?
So we go out, watch the sunset, and then we sit out there with the award-winning astronomer Harriet Witt, who will tell us about the stars. So come out and join us.
Oh, I didn't know she was doing that. Harriet
every
is
Saturday night.
Fantastic. Harriet's brilliant.
Oh,
so
she's
you're
amazing.
doing a special star cruise with Harriet.
Yeah, we do that on Saturday nights. We've been running that cruise for about 10 years, but it was one-offs, so new moons, full moons. Now we're doing it weekly, so folks can get on board. I had a lot of people asking about wanting to go out.
And that's out of Ma'alai or Lahaina?
It's out of Ma'alai on our brand new vessel that just got here in February, Ocean Guardian. So come out and check out our new boat.
So how many vessels do you have now?
This is 7 vessels. So we have our sailboat up in Lahaina Harbor that leaves from there, and our power catamarans are leaving out of Ma'alai and Lahaina Harbor, and we have a 38 passenger vessel that'll leave out of Ma'alai as well. So if you want a small group experience, we have those. If you're still looking for the big boats, we have those. And we have a brand new thing this year. We're listening to our guest who said, man, I love going out in the 9, 10 o'clock time of day for whale watching, but I don't want to be on a boat that's full. So myself and John Gaskins have worked together to create a cruise that maxes out at 70 people on a 149-passenger vessel.
Oh, nice.
We have 3-hour whale watches that include lunch. So you got to call Pacific Whale Foundation.
And the number is?
1-800-WHALE-11 or locally 249-8811.
249-8811.
Or if you remember 1-800-WHALE-11, that'll get you there too.
Can I give people a tip about that 249-8811?
Sure.
Just hit star.
There you go.
You're right?
Yeah, that'll get you right in.
You don't have to listen to the whole
message. You don't have to listen, yeah. Just hit 1 or 0. It'll send you right into our reservation,
because
folks.
otherwise you kind of... But, I mean, there are, a lot of people that are helping people, and it gets busier and busier as the season goes on, with the peak being in February, right?
That's right. Yeah, it'll peak between February and March is really when we see the largest concentration of whales here in Maui County. In April, it starts to taper off. In November, it's going to build up really into December, January, February.
And there's going to be the Run for the Whales happening again this coming
That's coming up, yeah. So find us online at www.pacificwhale.org and find out all the details to that. It's always a really fun way to get engaged with the organization, support the whales in that respect.
And it's a big run.
It's a big run, yeah. It's gotten bigger every year, and so we're anticipating it to be even larger this year than it has in the past. So you want to make sure that you get those tickets early.
Well, there's a lot of nice things, and I have to say, and again, I told John Clark this when he was in, is that you have really great quality items, including the T-shirts you give out for the runs.
That's right.
And the people who run like their T-shirts. So,
absolutely.
So it's always a nice way, and it's a beautiful one because you go along the water and you can even you have a lovely run.
Oh, it's one of the best runs in the world, if you ask me. I think it's, absolutely amazing.
And you know what? Now it's spread, so people do the runs in other parts of the world on the same day.
That's right. Yeah. So we have
worldwide.
an online, and we have an auction that's coming up, So if you're not in Maui County, if you're headed back home soon, you can still stay engaged with the organization through our online presence there. We have the online auction, which is going to be taking place. So we encourage you, if you have donations, 100% of the online auction goes into our Kiki whale watches. So every year we shut down our whale watches in the middle of our most profitable time of day on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we take Maui County school children out on our vessels, and we are showing them the whales. That is supported through your efforts. So if you're, on an eco tour today, if you've been on one before, that money's going in to help support these kids. We've also partnered with the Maui Ocean Center this year on their new little dome, the three-dimensional, experience. So we encourage you guys to get involved with the organization. There's lots of cool ways to do that. We are, shooting for over 3,000 kids is what we would like to bring. We brought about 2,500 kids out on Kiki Whale Watches last year. Cost us about $20,000. So we're needing some donations to help sustain this, and we want every child on the boat. That was one of Greg's big things. Is let's shut down whale watches. I want to get kids out when they're at school.
Yeah. Well, look at your life was changed, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And so, it really is an amazing experience.
You were 20 years old? How
I was 20 years old when I first came here. Yeah, I didn't even know Maui had whales, and now I'm in charge of the organization side that's running the whale watches. It's it's a lot of fun, I think, for everyone to get out. You never know what kind of experience you're going to have. You never know how that's going to change you. It's pretty interesting. The first whale watch I went on, I actually became a member of the organization and I worked there. So I really want to encourage you guys. Memberships are an important, critical part of sustaining our organization, and they provide nearly half the funds needed to support our scientific
and you get a
research.
Discount. When you're a member, you get a good discount.
Absolutely. But you also get the feeling of being a part of an organization that's doing a whole lot to protect these whales, our environment here in Hawaii. We're doing false killer whale studies. We're studying whales in Australia. We're funding whale research in Chile. We have a whale research station in Ecuador. So it's a much larger organization than just here on Maui. We encourage you guys to get involved, understand what the organization's doing. These memberships are a really big part of what we're doing, so we encourage you guys to get on board with that.
The website to find out about all this good stuff?
Yeah, we have a couple different websites. If you're looking for the nonprofit Pacific Whale Foundation to get involved with our research and understand what we're doing, go to pacificwhale.org, www.pacificwhale.org. If you're looking for our eco tours, if you want to get on that stargazing cruise, sunset cruise, snorkels,
or Marty Dread.
Marty Dread, those whale watches, go to packwhale.com. That'll get you in the right spot. We'd love to have you guys join us out there this year.
It's really a wonderful organization. I've been involved for, 29 years, ever since I first met Greg and did all the things and watched it grow and grow and grow. And it did grow and grow and grow. And by the way, we didn't even mention it, but I'll throw out there. He was one of the first people to actually use biodiesel.
Absolutely.
And I remember when that was happening, and
Absolutely.
It was like a big deal, and that was years ago.
Yeah, we have a meeting scheduled back with them again next week. Actually, at the end of this month, we'll be meeting with the biofuel folks again to talk about coming back on board with a larger presence, here in Maui County. So look forward to other sustainable things that we're doing on board. And you can always find us Haleakala. Always like to mention our Haleakala program, especially for those of you that live here on Maui. It's a really important. We work with the National Park Service to take you up to we will pay for the van ride. We will pay for your entrance fee. We will pay for a trained biologist to go up to the top of the mountain with you, work to remove invasive species inside the park.
I didn't know that you do that.
Yeah, we've been doing that for about 10 years. It's an amazing program. We work with it's a really important part. If you've never been to Haleakala, it's the $15 or $20 to get in. We want to pay for your way. We want to take you up there, show you your national park here on Maui, and then help to remove these invasive species that affect. Mauka Makai is our concept. So we want to protect our island, not just our ocean. So it's a really important part of what we do there as well. So
I had
lots
not
of outreach.
known about that. That's a fantastic program.
Absolutely, yeah. It's
and
been going
which
for over
site
12
would
years.
that be on, if people want to find out about that?
You can go to pacificwhale.org or just call us at 1-800-WHALE-11 or the 249-8811 and ask our trained, wonderful reservation customer care staff there. They can help you with that as well. So if you want to go to Haleakala for free, we'll take you up. It runs every first and third Saturday of the month.
Wow.
And we're really trying to get our local community to join us on that. It's great to have visitors with us, but we really want our local community involved in our national park.
That's great to hear about. Well, Blake, it's been wonderful talking to you. I thought I knew about everything about the Pacific Whale Foundation, but I learned a lot that I had no idea.
Yeah, we always encourage folks, if you want to know more about us, come see us.
Yeah.
Ask for me at the front desk. I'll be happy to take you through the organization, show you, answer any questions that you might have about us. We are a social enterprise. The boats run as a for-profit that's donating all of its proceeds to the owner which is the parent company Pacific Whale Foundation, owns the boats. So there's a lot of a lot of questions about that. Sometime we'd love to answer those questions and help people see where their money is going when they join us on an eco tour. It's a really important, really transparent process for us. We encourage people to get involved and find out more about that, so you feel good about supporting an organization that for 38 years, has been involved in protecting the marine ecosystems here in Hawaii and around the world.
Well, congratulations on all the great new things you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
Good meeting you again. I think I met you.
Yeah,
before,
we've met a
but
couple
good
times
seeing
here.
you.
It's nice to join. But
well, we'll
nice to join
be
you
probably
again.
having you back in again when we get close to the February time, or maybe January when all the other good events happen.
That
as well.
sounds great. Look forward to seeing you all out on the water. Come join us.
Because I'm going to get out there. I always make a point of getting out and seeing the whales.
You call me. We'll get you out there.
I
I'd love
will.
to have you.
I absolutely will.
Thanks again, Cindy.
Thank you. Wonderful talking to you.